Here we go, She-Hulk episode 1. That's right, there's going to be heavy spoilers. I'm going to spoil the end credit scene early. So if you don't want to know, then now's your opportunity to click off the video. I don't want to read those comments. You spoiled it for me, Jay. You spoiled it for me. How dare you? No, click off the video now if you want to watch it first before this review. And if you're wondering, this will not be my normal style of review. I did ask a few people to join me, but because I'm away and they're away and everybody's away and we're all away, so this will be a different style of review. So I hope you enjoy. Let's get into it. Right at the very beginning, you see Jen as she's talking to her colleagues and, you know, about a case that's coming up. And then she walks and looks directly into the camera and begins to talk to us, talking to the audience. So I assume this is how the style of the show is going to be. Hey, let me catch you up to speed. Hey, look over here. This is how I really feel. This is the style of show. So she looks at us and says, well, I'm a Hulk and only my best friend knows and my family, but let me catch you up to speed. Then we are taking to the clip that they showed of her and Bruce Banner driving in a car. Bruce's arm is still in a sling, so he's still injured from that famous snap in Endgame where he brought everybody back. And they are talking about Captain America's virginity. Yep, that seems to be a topic. And guess what? This is an answer that you all will get if you watch this episode from start to finish. So I'm going to fast forward to the end credit scene. So if you want to know what the end credit scene is, it's Jen sitting at a bar with the Hulk crying that Captain America did not have sex. And Hulk looks at her and says, well, you know what he did? He had it in the 1940s, and she celebrated.
Captain America!
That's the end of the cutscene. I just fast forwarded. I don't know why this seems to be a topic. I guess this is a style of humor they want to use, but now you know. Everybody knows. I don't know one person who had this conversation in real life. Maybe you have. Maybe you were just so curious about Captain America and who he slept with, if he even slept with somebody, that you just had to know. Well, She-Hulk delivers the answer that we all have been wondering. I'm saying that sarcastically. All have been wondering for all these years. Did Captain America get busy? And apparently he did in 1940. And we can all rejoice because that's exactly what She-Hulk did. Rejoiced. So yeah, that's the big reveal of the show of episode 1. Aren't you glad? Now I don't even have to talk about the end credit scene because that's all it is. That's all it was. The Captain America reveal. So we're back in the car driving scene, and of course a ship comes down. We've all seen the clip, and they fly off the side of the road into a car accident. Now this is where the origin story has changed from the comic book. In the comic book, Bruce Banner gives a blood transfusion to save Jen's life because she was in a car accident. This time they're both in a car accident, and when the car tumbles and rolls, both of them begin to bleed, and Bruce Banner is cut, and his open wound drips on an open wound of Jen, and she turns into the She-Hulk. Now this opens the door to so many questions on how, why, how did this happen? How was this able to happen? My assumption is because of the snap with the Infinity Stones at the end of Endgame, it left Bruce Banner vulnerable where he could now bleed and get injured, because before, I believe in the first Avengers film, when he talked about, you know, wanting to kill himself, he says that when he tried to shoot himself, that the big Hulk just spit the bullet out and transformed, so it was hard for him to even injure himself. But apparently after the Thanos snap, he's vulnerable again and doesn't know how to fix himself. So that is probably how that happened. She turns into the Hulk and begins to run into the forest. While running into the forest, she comes across a bar where she goes into the bathroom, where she's greeted by some more women who dress her up. They give her a jacket, put makeup on her, some shoes, and she says, hey, I just need to use your phone. I gotta call my friend to come pick me up. While she goes outside waiting for her ride, I believe she called Bruce Banner, she begins to get catcalled a little bit. Hey, how you doing? What's your name? Hey, don't be like that. And of course, she changes into She-Hulk and apparently either injures the guys or scares them off or whatever. And we have the cat calling scene, which has also been famous for Marvel. And it's also a theme that has been pushed throughout Marvel recently when it's concerning their women superheroes. Don't catcall them. Don't look at them. Don't wink at them. Don't ask them to smile. Don't ask them to do anything, or they'll steal your stuff. They'll injure you. They'll scare you half to death. Remember, fellas, stay away. Don't do that. According to Marvel, all that stuff is bad. Please, don't do that. They just love to inject that in these shows, but here you go. The cat calling incident. She then wakes up in Mexico with Bruce Banner / Hulk. I don't know how that works. And he's totally healed. And he begins to quickly say, hey, guess what? This is what happened. You're now a Hulk. And she's like, really? I don't want to be a Hulk. I want to go back to town. He's like, nope, can't do that. And they have some ridiculous dialogue back and forth where she's really not like too upset. She's just like, I just want to get back to my normal life. Just fix me. And he begins to explain to her that, hey, we got a special blood type. When my blood touched you, you now have the Hulk powers. And because of your blood, I was healed completely. So now I'm healed. Now I'm not gonna, bleed anymore. I'm not gonna get hurt. You did this. Your blood healed me. Thank you so much for helping me. And he's like, listen, we gotta do some tests because I gotta see how this works. Because in his mind, he believes when she changes into a Hulk, it's a second personality, not the same person, which we all know that doesn't happen to Jen, but they don't know that yet. So another clip that they released is this one here where she's got this thing on her head and he tries to trigger her to change. She does. And it is revealed that she is the same person, whether as the Hulk or as Jen. I have the same mind. I can control this. I'm good to go. And we're really fast forwarding here. We're really fast forwarding because once all that's done, we go right into some training montage where it's like, okay, throw a boulder, all that stuff that we saw in the teaser trailer. Again, all this stuff was kind of given to us. Here, throw a boulder, I'll throw it this way, and then she throws it farther, and then Hulk's like, I'm gonna throw it even farther. And then he begins to teach her yoga because he's like, you gotta stay calm because you could really injure somebody, so let's all learn yoga. And, so they start this whole yoga thing. Well, after a while, she's just fed up. She's like, look, I can't stay here because he's basically saying you need to stay here. It's going to take you like 10 years to control this thing. And she's like, nope, I'm not doing it. I'm not staying here. I'm leaving. And they begin to fight. So they fight each other. And the big fight scene was the thunderclap. Hulk is like, hey, I don't really want to fight you, but, let's just go. And he hits her with the big clap. She realizes she can't really do it like he does, so she does these mini claps, which sends like a sonic sound and disrupts him and knocks him over. So basically they tumble through Mexico and they end up falling on the Hulk's bar that they got drunk on the night before. Or basically showing like you could drink as much as you want as the Hulk and not have a hangover. And so they destroy the bar and they stop fighting. And he's like, my bar, please help me fix it. So the next scene is you see that's where her arm is raised here. And she's just holding up some of the wood while he fixes the bar. And he says, okay, you can go back and be a lawyer. I respect that. You can just go do what you want to do. And I respect that. Make sure you wear your spandex. Make sure you wear your spandex. So then we fast forward to where she's in her courtroom and she's getting ready to make her closing remarks. Titania busts in. And I don't know if we're going to see Doctor Doom, but in the comic books, this character was created by Doctor Doom, if I'm correct. I'll have to do some more research on that. And her best friend, Jen's best friend, says, you need to change. You need to change into She-Hulk. And she's like, what? In front of everybody? In front of everyone? Everyone's going to know my secret. Everyone's going to know. He's like, someone just busted in the courtroom. You need to take care of this. So she changes into She-Hulk. and saves the day. A little fight goes through. Then after she punches her and knocks her out, you know, she changes back, and you get this scene that everyone's raving about on Twitter for some reason, where she changes back to her human form, puts her shoes back on, and says, "I'm ready for my closing remarks," and just acts like nothing happened. And that's it. That's the end of the show. That's the end of the pilot. So basically what I said, everything that you've seen, because I used a lot of clips here from the teaser trailers, is basically the first episode. They quickly rushed you through the training montage and the origin and all that stuff with so many questions left unopened. And the comedy didn't really try to be a little edgy, I guess, for a Disney Plus series. Big shout out to Disparu, who sent me links so I could watch it. And they just didn't fall. There was a lot of she liked using the term, excuse my French here, please excuse the foul language. She liked to use the term, "that was a dick move," and she used that quite often. But then you get to the end credit scenes, and you go to the last scene again. It's about Captain America's virginity. All in all, was waiting for some of the comedy, but I guess it gets better as it goes along. I'm not really sure if this is how they're gonna shoot this film, like an Ally Beale. Was that the name of the show? Style. They're going to be using a lot of cameos to make this thing stick, and we'll see what happens. Nothing actually really developed here. Then it basically was a big teaser trailer, in my opinion. It was just something that we all learned from watching what they've released, and that's about it. Nothing flashy, nothing wow, just a lot of rushed. And men are bad, and yeah, that's about it. It really wasn't all that great. I don't need to watch it again. I don't need to go back to it. If you want to know what happened, they already have clips. I keep saying that over and over again, so I'm going to stop. And that's about it. My personal thought process is this is the direction they're going, and I hope it gets better. I didn't hate it, but it just wasn't memorable. It just was, here we are. And it was just for me, it was just a giant teaser trailer episode. And that's it. That's all I got. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I will, again, probably for episode 2, I will have more people. We'll just have a longer discussion of the first 2 episodes because we couldn't do one this time. But now you know what's going on, so you're all up to speed. All right? Any questions, let me know. But that's basically it. That's it. I'll catch you in the next episode.